The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus made the disciples get into a boat and precede him to the other side of the sea, while he dismissed the crowds. After doing so, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When it was evening, he was there alone. Meanwhile, the boat, already a few miles offshore, was being tossed about by the waves, for the wind was against it. During the fourth watch of the night, he came toward them, walking on the sea. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. "It is a ghost," they said, and they cried out in fear. At once Jesus spoke to them. "Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid." Peter said to him in reply, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." Peter got out of the boat and began to walk on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw how strong the wind was, he became frightened. And beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him and said to him, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" After they got into the boat, the wind died down. Those who were in the boat did him homage, saying, "Truly you are the Son of God." After making the crossing, they came to land at Gennesaret. When the men of that place recognized him, they sent word to all the surrounding country. People brought to him all those who were sick and begged him that they might touch only the tassel on his cloak. And as many as touched it were healed. Sisters and brothers, the gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Is it through Moses alone that the Lord speaks? Does he not speak through us also? This is the complaint of Aaron and Miriam, the siblings of Moses, which we hear about in the first reading. They somehow felt hurt that Moses is given preferential treatment by God and the people when all three of them were the same. They were all prophets. And how is Moses given special treatment? First, the Lord the Lord speaks to Moses face to face, while with the other prophets, he speaks to them only in dreams. And for also, he speaks to the other prophets in riddles and in oracles, which they may proclaim to the people without any understanding, because it is a riddle, it is an oracle. Whereas with Moses, the Lord speaks plainly and clearly, and Moses is able to proclaim it clearly also to the people. The people also stand outside their tents whenever Moses is in the meeting tent and with an encounter with the Lord, whereas for the other prophets, their encounter with the Lord in their dreams is simply a regular occurrence. Clearly, Aaron and Miriam were complaining out of jealousy. Why is Moses given that special treatment? Why does he enjoy God's favor even if he married a Cushite woman? And what is wrong with marrying a Cushite woman? A Cushite woman was dark. She's an African and is a non-Israelite, not part of their tribe, and therefore they felt that Moses did something very irregular, and yet he still enjoys the favor of the Lord. And this is and jealousy is the problem. And what is the root of their jealousy? Perhaps they were jealous because they thought too highly of themselves. They overvalued themselves. And this may also happen to each one of us whenever our egos make us feel so important than others, that we think that we are the wisest in the room, we are the best looking in our family or wherever, and we are the best person in the place. Our egos are bloated and we tend to overvalue ourselves. And somebody gave this advice: whenever you feel that your ego is bloated and you do not have a realistic knowledge of yourself, this is what you do. You take a pail of water and plunge your hand until your wrist in the water and then take it out again. And it says that the hole that remains in the water is how much you will be missed. In other words, all of us will not be remembered. When we pass away, some people may cry, they may grieve for us, but give it 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, they stop remembering us. 10 years from now, and 50 years from now, when everybody else that you know is already gone, no one will remember you. That is how much you will be missed. So, this is a reminder for us to be humble and to know who we truly are. That yes, we do our best, but not for ourselves, but for God and for others. Sure, be proud of what you do and your accomplishments, but let it not bloat your ego. Remember, no one is indispensable. Lahat tayo mawawala sa mundong ito. And all of us will eventually be forgotten by this world. So, the advice is value yourself, yes, for there is a lot of good things about each one of us. But do not overvalue yourself and see yourself apart and above other people, because each one of us has his own unique giftedness. Each one of us, God relates in love and in friendship. So no one is better than the other. All of us are differently gifted, differently loved by God.